All rise. Honorable Judge starts presiding. You may be seated. At this time, defense, will you please call your final witness to the stand?
The defense would like to call Ivan the first.
Just talk loud, please. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please state your name for the court.
Ivan the first, from Moscow.
You may proceed with the direct examination.
What is your position?
Grand Prince of Moscow.
How did you become Prince of Moscow and the Duke of Vladimir?
Grand Prince of Moscow was passed down throughout my family by my brother, and Grand Duke of Vladimir was granted me by mom.
How are your interactions with the Mongols?
They were good. I would collect tributes from the Mongols, and in exchange, I'd be able to keep some of the money.
Objection, that is opinionated. You said it was good, and like, how is that good? And that's opinionated. It's not facts.
Can you sustained? Can you restate the question or reword the question?
What did you do to help the Mongols?
I collected tributes for them. In exchange, I would be able to keep some of the money. And I also joined them on expedition to take over.
Objection. Where is it? Objection. The thing that makes you go on.
Narrative.
Narrative.
I'll allow for establishing some foundation, but again, just trying to stick to the questions, and then we can always elaborate. You may proceed.
And I'm doing an expedition to take over Grand Prince Alexander.
Why did you decide to help with this expedition?
I decided to help because I wanted revenge on Grand Prince Alexander's fear because he was the leader of Vladimir, and I wanted that.
Why did you collect tributes for the Mongols?
To keep peace with them, and they would let me keep some of the money from these tributes.
What did you do with this money?
With the money, I bought more land.
Objection, Robert. You want to respond to that?
In a previous question, it stated that he got some of the tribute for helping the Mongols.
The tribute money he collected to give to the Mongols. I'm asking how is this relevant, what he did with it. If it doesn't have a direct correlation to the Mongols, then I see that this question shouldn't be here.
Do you want to argue why this is relevant to the Mongols trial?
This is relevant because Ivan the First helped grow Moscow, which is like part of Russia, which the Mongols control.
Connected back to the charges. So I think I've seen the connection, but again, we're trying to determine the Mongols guilty of uncivilized conquest or ineffective administration. You're asking Ivan the First about why they collected taxes for the Mongols and how that impacted things.
It shows that they were effective administrators of an empire because they collected.
Sorry if I don't understand this correctly, but you said they got them tribute. So that would mean that they gave the Mongols money as well to keep their land and also just in general. I don't think this is relevant in any way. This doesn't show that they're effective leaders, but that they fear them and how to give them money.
Final chance to respond before I run.
It shows that they're effective leaders because like governments have to like that's a way of unifying countries. Like it's kind of like tribute, kind of taxes, like all governments do.
I will allow. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you would control basically them, and in exchange for them doing it for you, you would let them keep a small amount of it.
No, I first would help collect tributes and in exchange the question was how to use Ivan first used the money to help grow Moscow. But
Once again, I don't see how this is relevant to the Mongols trial.
Actually, objection was wrong. I understood the question incorrectly. I was understood the answer.
overall objection? Okay, yeah, you may continue. Again, by the way, I hope the jury is thinking about how this connects and makes sense. Like, it makes sense to me. Hopefully y'all are kind of connecting it as well.
What did you do with the money?
I bought more land to grow Moscow's territory and also grow the economy.
Okay, no further questions.
Alright, chance to cross-examine the witness?
Yes.
So the foundation has been created that he used the money to buy land. Was this land bought through like just like giving people money or putting them in debt? Let me repeat that. So it was this land bought like through loans? Cause there's a page I found, but it says that he bought money through giving places loans or got land through loans. Is this true?
Do you have evidence you
Yeah, I
want?
have evidence.
Yeah,
Which
please, please.
information are we on?
Paul John, is it I?
What-
Yeah, we're I. Exhibit I?
So if you go to witness source rating down into item first, you go to last source Wikipedia, you go down to biography, paragraph 6.
Okay, so jury, again, we're on the witness sourcing documents. Underneath Ivan, scroll down to the Wikipedia, you said?
And then go to biography, and paragraph 6 about the biography section. It will state the information that he used his money he got from the war, got really wealthy with that, and used that money to buy land, to give loans to heirs who were struggling with their economy, and then buy off their land. They lost their land to the Tiger the First through his own money, like that money was his weapon. In a sense.
So do you have a question that you want to follow up with that after?
Yes. You got a lot of information on this, correct? Well, so what happened to the old Grand Duke of Vladimir?
Well, the Mongols knew that I wanted that position, and I helped them overthrow.
Does this overthrow mean, or taking over, does that mean the old guy was killed?
Do you have evidence?
Yeah, I would have to. Okay, so if you go down to witness sourcing, exhibit J, this is Britannica, down there, introduction, so I think it's about the third or second paragraph. It says, determined to persuade the Khan of the Blue Board, the overlord of all Russian princes, to make him the Grand Prince of Vladimir, to cooperate with the Khan in an expedition against his chief rival, Grand Prince Alexander the whose subjects had revolted against the Khan. Despite his efforts, when Alexander was disposed as Grand Prince, Ivan was not chosen to replace him some years later, which would imply that he was either killed or overthrown and like put in jail or something like that. Which is not a really, just because they were revolting of it, which I do not think is a just way of taking care of that.
I thought maybe you guys would object to his final statement.
Yeah, well, objection.
Yeah, just say objection. He's not asking a question. He's just pandering to the jury.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you withdraw that final statement? I mean, kind of, right? So again, is there a question in there, or are you just kind of
Yeah,
stating?
like, I was just kind of stating that.
Okay.
They wouldn't have
No.
been up.
Yeah, continue.
Um,
Any further questions?
is it true that the Mongols lied to you about land ownership? Because they just, is this true? The traditions and stuff like that?
Can you get one?
Right one?
Oh, so I was thinking the Mongols were inefficient administrators, but like lying is not a very efficient way to be an administrator. You should tell the truth. And if you go to the same witness source, it'll explain, but I just want to see. So if you go back to Exhibit J, that same paragraph, it'll later explain and he was not given to replace the leader until a year later. And he was never given authority over other major principalities,
Principalities.
thank you, of Tiger, Suzdal, and Ryzen, which other places most took over, which he should have gotten.
What's your question about this document?
Did the Mongols like you overlanded Russia ownership?
And I might reword it and say, did the Mongols promise to give you things and then fail to do so?
Okay, so if you go back to Exhibit J, it will explain at the end of the paragraph. It says, despite his efforts when Alexander was disposed of strengthened, Ivan was not chosen to replace him until 1331, 6 years later, and he was never given the authority of other principalities of Tiberius, Suzdal, and Ryzen, which were other places in Mongol over, which he should have gotten ownership of. No further questions.
Chance to redirect?
Did you eventually become, Francis of London?
Yes.
And using your money that you, that the Mongols gave you, did you help grow, Moscow's economy?
Yes.
That's the question.
Thank you very much. You would request,
Oh, I would question from Ivan or Stanford.
yeah, man, we just said that. Yes, you may step down. All right, jury, discuss what we learned from that witness. Hey!
Well, I have a question I want to
Otherwise, my jury's not gonna have time to make a decision, and we'll just have that decision. That seems work. Okay, you have 1 minute. Yeah. This is where ask the question. I didn't notice. Yeah, you gonna try and bribe the jury? Let's have what? Okay. You can look. They'll go first and then you. No, we're just not gonna call you Sally. They can just go there. But can I get a picture of you real fast?
Can you go to Mongol Black? Also talking about, you have a Mongol Black. We're gonna get a Mongol Black.
Do you need your guitar?
No.
I forget.
I can barely afford it.
Okay, Brett, you ready? Okay, we are gonna move into our closing arguments. Reminder, witnesses and jury, you'll have to decide who gave the more compelling closing arguments. I believe the time allotted for that is 4 to 6 minutes. And first with our prosecution, and then the defense will go after that. As soon as the defense is done, then jury will step out in the hall. Cruz is not here, upward. Okay, Tinsley, can I put you in charge of helping facilitate that conversation out there? All right, so Tinsley will help us facilitate that, and then Bryson will facilitate the conversation here. Bryson, did I stall long enough?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. All right. Prosecution, you have the floor. Your closing arguments, you may actually address the jury.
Thank you for coming, especially the jury and your honor. Today we will prove that the Mongols were barbaric tyrants who committed the murder of millions, genocide, war crimes, and lied to people, even after promising things. Like how they lied to Ivan the First on multiple accounts when they said that Ivan would get his land, and he either didn't get the land entirely or got it years later, showing that they lied to people, even the people that they consider allies. They also committed genocide on Russian cities, wiped them out entirely, or left almost no survivors in general. That didn't happen only in Russia. That happened in most of northern Asia, and most of Asia, going to Europe. While committing that genocide, they also did it in barbaric ways, like throwing civilians fat, burning buildings, which almost made it impossible to extinguish. They also cut off people's heads after promising their survival when they surrendered, and made sure to leave them in pulp, separating men's heads. Although yes, it is obvious to the prosecution and everyone here that we're supposed to be violent when facing resistance. But it would be shameless and to separate the heads of defenseless women and children just shows how unjust the Mongols truly were. What happened with Mstislav when after he surrendered, he was still killed in a brutal way. He was killed by being shoved under boards and danced on and partying on for days until he died. And also, after doing all these terrible acts, they tried to hide behind their gods to hear and said that they tried to justify all their crimes by saying that the god forced them to. This also, and after Chinggis known as Genghis Khan, which was the title he had at the time, died, the Mongol Empire quickly dissipated into 4 parts, which shows how terrible of leaders they were. So with all these accusations and all these crimes that I've just shown you, it is obvious that they are cowards, unjust tyrants, and unsuitable leaders, unworthy of holding the land that they conquered by slaughtering millions upon millions of people. With this being said, it should only be reasonable that they be put to justice and pay for their crimes against humanity.
Thank you very much. All right, at this time we'll hear from the defense. You have the floor. What are your closing arguments?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you're wrong. According to National Geographic, when the Mongolian Empire was established, 1206 CE, the Silk Road was established, giving trade flows within the 4 continents, Chocolate Climate, Ill Climate, Golden Horn, and Yuan Dynasty, all throughout the Middle East and parts of Europe. This connectedness led to stronger economies and peace between nations, which was also known as Pax Magellan, lasting roughly 100 years between 1250 CE and 1350 CE. The rebirth of the Silk Road and Caspian Delta may have even led to the Renaissance in Europe because of the exchange of goods and cultural ideas along the Silk Road. Mongols were loved by their allies because they were very strong and they can trade along the Silk Road, which reached long distances faster. Ivan the First of Moscow said the Mongols were like brothers to them, and they would let him see some of the riches and land from their conquest. So did the expeditions to get revenge of Alexander's tyrants. Marco Polo of the Mongols, mostly killed by Khan, provided him with great hospitality, and he was even granted rewards and riches for his stay. Barbarians are, by definition, not hospitable because they are so violent. This is not what we have seen by the evidence provided by Marco Polo. Also, the prosecution has repeatedly used sources such as Wikipedia. This source of evidence is well known to be false, and everyone that can access completely changed the evidence given. So some of the evidence provided by the prosecution could be completely false or heavily over-exaggerated. The prosecution states that the Mongols were barbaric. What is it probably take a look at some of the other armies around the time of the Mongol civilization, such as Kukus, the Mongol community. The Mongols were very barbaric themselves. They cut off the heads of several Mongol messengers as they passed by Mongol camp. This proves the Mongols were not only the only barbaric civilization. Other civilizations would be considered barbaric as well. Only Eastern civilizations are being charged as barbaric, because as Westerners, we see Eastern culture differently. We hold up the Roman Empire as a pillar of the civilized world, but to use some similar military tactics that are applauded for the leadership and innovation, which leads to my next point. The defense says that we as a society have painted the Mongolian Empire in an unflattering light because they are so different from Western civilization. If we think of civilizations such as the Roman Empire, they employed some similar tactics as the Mongols to allow people to keep their religion and the cities of their own to elect their own governments. Therefore, the Mongols should be cleared of all charges.
All right, all rise. if you will step into the hall, please.
Those are only paid.
You may be seated. Will you guys actually tell each other good game, good job? Yeah, get